Want to learn how to buy a house with zero money down? At most, less than $1,000 out of pocket? If you qualify for the program, you can do it. Today, I'm going to answer all your questions about do I qualify for a VA loan? And then I'm going to answer that question with a lot more information, and we're going to get into that right now. Hey, how's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a great day. I'm Ben with Barredo Real Estate at Keller Williams Realty, and I help people like you buy, sell, and invest in real estate while using social media to educate and entertain on the topics of home ownership, real estate, and highlighting my community of Knoxville. If you enjoy content like this, please give this video a thumbs up and then hit that subscribe button. And then share this video with someone that you know is going to get value out of it. Your support would mean the world to me. So if you want to become a homeowner and you've served or have served in the U.S. military, a Veterans Affairs loan or a VA loan might be right for you. In fact, it would be silly if you didn't use it. Not only do VA loans have easier qualification standards and requirements, you can get a VA loan with no money down. Your interest rate is locked in for the life of the loan, and it's a guaranteed loan, and it's a guaranteed minimum monthly mortgage payment since you don't have to pay private mortgage insurance. So what is a VA mortgage? The VA mortgage is a type of loan available to veterans and active service members and their spouses. It was created at the end of World War II. All these veterans were coming home and they didn't have money and they wanted to start a life and they needed help buying a home and getting into the American dream. And so that's what the VA was created for. Before I get into the specifics of a VA loan, let me clear one thing up. The government does not actually give you money when it comes to a VA loan. What the government does is they guarantee the payment of the loan to whoever grants you the loan when you qualify for it. So basically, even if you forfeit on the loan, the government is going to pay that lender the money back. So that's why it's easier to get a VA loan, and why the interest rates are so much lower than anywhere else. So what are the eligibility requirements for the VA mortgage? There are a few requirements for a VA mortgage. Like service qualifications, personal qualifications, and the price of the home you want to buy. We're going to talk about all three. You can meet the military service qualifications in several ways. One is if you had 90 consecutive days of active service during wartime, 181 days of active service during peacetime, and 6 years of service in the National Guard or reserves. Your spouse, if they died in the line of duty or because of a service-related disability, can also use this loan. If you meet one or more of these requirements, then you can obtain a certificate of eligibility, or COE, for a VA loan, which basically shows any lender that works with the VA program that you are qualified for a VA loan. Some of the personal qualifications are your typical standards like good credit, low debt-to-income ratio, a good job history, etc. You can watch this video right here, how to get pre-approved for a home loan, to find out more about all of these requirements. Besides personal qualification, the loan must conform to the VA loan limit. So depending on the average sales price in your area, there is a limit to how much the VA will guarantee. So if the home is over that limit, and then they'll back up to the max or up to that limit, and then you have to come out of pocket or come up with the rest of the funds to cover the rest. So if you were getting if the limit was $500,000 and you wanted a $600,000 home, then you would have to come up the extra $100,000. The biggest advantage of a VA mortgage is its down payment requirements. Basically, borrowers who qualify don't have to pay any money down. They don't have to put up a down payment. And in addition to the zero down payment, the VA loans have no private mortgage insurance or PMI requirements. So basically that would be an extra charge on top of your monthly mortgage payment. Homeowners who put less than 20% down typically have to pay this PMI or private mortgage insurance to protect the lender if the buyer can't back the loan. PMI is typically the biggest disadvantage of low down payment unconventional and FHA loans because there's such a small down payment requirement. And so this is a big advantage to the VA loan. And as mentioned previously, VA loans have easier qualification standards when it comes to credit history than other major loan types, and more lenient debt to income requirements. They also help, and basically it's because the government is co-signing a loan for you. Finally, because you're guaranteed by the VA and represent a little to no risk to lenders, then the VA loans generally have low interest rates compared to other types of mortgages, especially for those borrowers with less than ideal credit scores. Now, some potential drawbacks of a VA loan go like this. One drawback is VA loans, they typically have a funding fee that's paid to the Department of Veteran Affairs. This fee is about it's around 2% of the purchase price of the home for first-time VA program participants, and 3.3% for people who have used a VA loan previously. But the fee can be rolled into the loan, so it's not necessarily an expense that you have to put out of pocket. It is just it's going to be added to the loan, but over, if it's a $200,000 house, this would translate to about $4,300 added to the loan, making it $204,300. So over the life of the loan, that's less than a cup of coffee or less than a latte a month. So it's not a big deal. So other out-of-pocket expenses that you'd have to be prepared for are going to be your normal expenses like home inspection, appraisals, termite inspection. Well, actually, termite inspections are covered by the sellers, at least in the state of Tennessee. Check out this video to learn more about the costs of buying a home. Also, VA mortgages are usually only for primary residence. Now, one of the main requirements for obtaining a VA loan is that you have to plan to live in the home for a specific period of time. In other words, you typically can't obtain a VA loan to buy a vacation home or an investment property. However, I explain the usually in another video. The method's called house hacking. If you want to Google it after this video, or click here and watch my explanation on how to get into homes with little to no money down. In a nutshell, VA loans are the best way to buy a home if you qualify. If you're a veteran or active duty member of the U.S. Armed Forces, a VA mortgage should definitely be on your list. I used the VA home loan program to buy my home, and it was so easy, it was a cinch. I will tell you another downfall of a VA loan, which depending on how you look at it, it's not that big of a problem, but they do have stricter standards when it comes to the home you purchase. So you can't buy a handyman special, you can't buy a fixer-upper. The home has to be move-in ready, and it's going to be inspected, and that inspection is going to have to pass certain requirements, so the VA loan won't sign off on the home. So that's it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys checking out this content and your support. If you are in the Knoxville area, definitely hit me up if you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing, or if you just want to grab a cup of coffee and chat. I'd love to sit down and talk to you. If you're not in Knoxville, if you're outside of Knoxville or Tennessee, and you're thinking of making a move in real estate, still give me a call. I'd love to talk to you about your goals, what you plan to do, help you come up with an action plan, and then I can connect you with people in your area to make it happen and protect you in the process. Lastly, if you are a real estate agent and you're interested in Keller Williams Realty, or if you would love to send me a referral, then you can send it to the Barredo@kw.com email address down in the description. So again, thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video, and until then, hey, Happy New Year, and we'll see you later. Oh, and remember, at Barredo Real Estate, we create opportunity one client at a time.